Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back with more Formula 1 game content. Once again, thanks to EA and the EA Creator Network. I am here on F1 23, just a little bit early, able to get some stuff recorded for you. But when you are watching this, the game will be live. So if you watch this and you want to go and see the game in its true form, for yourself with your own eyes, you can do on your platform of choice. The game is available right now on Xbox, PlayStation and PC via the Steam or EA app. And I am going to be taking a first little look at it. Apologies if there's any weird audio stuff going on with this video. I'm doing it slightly different to how I normally would to make my life just a little bit easier when it comes to editing and getting it all together, because time is still a huge constraint, which is why I didn't get to do much in the pre-launch to this game other than a single live stream. But live streaming is why I'm doing this, because some of you may know I'm a live streamer mainly, like YouTube is a side thing for me, so being able to do live reactions and get the audio done that way, I feel like that's going to be a more authentic me experience. But while I'm figuring it all out, there may be a few teething issues. I'm going to do my best with it, but apologies if there's anything that's sort of a bit odd. First off though, welcome to F1 23, the brand new game in the Formula 1 game series, as by now I'm sure you're well aware of all the awesome brand new features in the game. Of course, we've got Breaking Point 2, the new story mode for this year, which follows directly on, actually, from F1 2021's Breaking Point storyline, and we're going to take a look at that today in a moment. So if you don't want spoilers, go play it first and then come back. But there is so much stuff. You can see there's F1 World on here as well, which I will get to in a separate video. That will also probably come out some point this week. I'm going to be releasing a full playthrough of Breaking Point 2, so keep your eyes peeled for that right here on the channel. Drop a subscribe, make sure you don't miss any of those videos coming out. There's a lot of sort of under the hood changes as well. The graphics look a lot better this year. Controllers, which is actually what I'm playing on today because my poor little Thrustmaster needs a break. The thing's basically dead. So controller drivers, with the new precision drive technology, you're going to have an easier time of navigating your way around the game, which is lovely. Yeah, there's lots to talk about, so we're just going to dive straight into the new Breaking Point story. We're going to go on to challenging, because I'm on a controller. I may adjust that if it's a bit too easy, but I honestly don't know my level with controller. Yeah, I've not used a controller for a very long time. Let's take a look at the assists and see what we've got. TC's medium. Traction control... Oh no, braking assist needs to be off. Anti-lock brakes is on, traction controls medium, dynamic racing line can be corners only, 3D and high vis. This is a new feature you'll see, helps you see it in the rain. Gearbox is automatic, so I'm terrible with the manual gearbox on the controller. Pit assist, DRS assist off, that's the only one I don't use. Right, rules and flags, pit stop immersive, good. Simulation settings, flashbacks are fine, realistic, manual race starts, car damage can be standard. Audio settings is fine, accessibility options I don't need to change anything of, and the controls are fine. Let's go, let's take a look. We get a rundown first, so let's
Aiden,
recap.
Tell us, how does it feel to be on the verge of getting behind the wheel for your very first race?
I feel like a little kid. I look around and I'm surrounded by my heroes.
And tell me about Casper Ackerman. How is that relationship coming along?
It wasn't my fault.
Well, whose fault was it then?
He tried to stop them from signing you. Didn't want to play babysitter. We all feel sorry for you, mate. You never stood a chance with him.
I had a call this morning from Christian Horner. You're being watched.
You know what his problem is, don't you? Thinks you're getting too old.
You want respect, you give respect. That's how it works.
How about you give me a little respect?
How about you earn it first? I'm done.
You what?
I'm retiring.
Why didn't it work out between you two?
He's on more money than me,
What? He didn't want me on the team.
didn't I? And you thought I was past my best.
So none of this is true.
There's always gossip in the paddock. And ever since he's arrived, there's been one man at the center of it all. I want us to push for fourth. I want us to beat Butler. And I want that seat to go to you.
So Alfa Romeo potentially on track to really upset AlphaTauri here. Butler's closing in on Ackerman. Down the inside he goes, and they've hit each other. Butler into the barrier, and that looks to be the end of the race for him. The Dutchman looks to be continuing, and
It's
great to see him still in this fight, Crofty.
Go for third, Aiden.
What about Casper?
We let Aiden pass.
Let Aiden pass.
We did it.
We did it. Have you seen the crash yet?
Butler's okay?
Bruised ego, perhaps.
That's definitely how Abu Dhabi 2021 went. Yeah, so that's a recap of the F1 2021 Breaking Point storyline with the sort of descent between Ackerman and his new teammate forming thanks to Devon Butler and his evil ways. But we don't need to worry about any of that because now they're friends and it's just us versus Devon. And that is the scene set. We're going straight into the Miami Grand Prix in the 2022 season.
What was it like bringing a brand new team to the F1 grid?
You know, the first time you see a car, your car, with your branding, your name on it, in an official race, alongside Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, that's what it's all about.
You make it sound like a dream come true.
If only.
When did you first get a sense of what was in store for Connor Sport?
2022 season, straight out of the box. The drivers were always going to clash. That was a calculated risk. But the car...
We're midway through the Miami Grand Prix. It's been a cracking race so far, and it's all up for grabs.
Absolutely, Crofty. Some fantastic driving here today, especially, I have to say, from Aiden Jackson. I don't think I've ever seen a Connor Sport car being put through its paces quite like this.
This is a team, Connor Sport, that have got a lot to prove this season, but Jackson might just be the man to do it.
Okay, here we go. We're going in then. Apologies for the little audio hiccup there. This is still a pre-release version, so stuff like that is bound to get fixed. But we need to finish this race at Miami. Let's go. It's hunting time. Howdy, Yuki. With the DRS getting by. We see Schumacher and Alonso fighting up ahead. This is still 2022, remember? So Alonso driving the Alpine in this scenario. And Schumacher still driving. Sad to see him not in the sport anymore, to be honest. I loved seeing a Schumacher name back in Formula 1. Oh, look at the drive we've got on these soft tyres. Absolutely launching past the Haas. And we might even be able to tuck in behind this Alpine going around the outside towards the final corner, late on the brakes. Got them both down the straight there. There's Lando up ahead of us. Continue to hunt down the rest of the field. See how high we can place this car. Purple sector 2 and 3 on that lap, which is nice. There's Lando and Valtteri up in front. This track is tricky on a controller for me. Oh boy. Do Lando on the inside here. Chase after Valtteri down the straight if we can get the power down. Jeez, that was a bit wobbly coming out of there. But we're alright, we got DRS coming up. Bottas in front in that Alfa Romeo is going to be no match for me with my DRS. Look at that closing speed. Dive to the inside. We're going to have him before the corner so we can even duck back around. Take the right line in for the braking point for the corner. And no, I didn't just do that on purpose. I realised that as I said it, I was making a pun. Haha. See, this is the sort of stuff you wouldn't normally get if I was scripting a video. Just me talking randomly about things. Lewis Hamilton up ahead. Right. How good a launch did we get? We got purple in the middle sector again. 7 laps to go. Let's try and hunt down some more points for Connor Sport.
in the top 10 now.
DRS, we got fastest lap of the race. That was a really big lunge. Cut Gasly off at the pit lane exit, a bit naughty, but we'll get away with it. Up to P6. Gasly's going to have some good rubber on him though.
The car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now.
Okay, away we go. We're chasing after Checo. Car's feeling good though, and you can see these graphical changes we're driving around now. It looks a lot more true to life than the previous F1 games did. You got that little bit of the sort of post-processing over it. It just gives it that sort of TV look. I don't really know how to describe it. It just looks good. Oh, good launch, good launch. Look at the traction we've got out of the corner. Sergio, of course, on the hard tyres, so we can absolutely muller him down the straight with that launch. Up to speed so much faster. Who's this now? It's George in front of us. Chasing down the second Mercedes. We've done one already. There's another fastest lap of the race. I'll break myself for turn one a little bit there. There we go, fully back on the power. A little bit of bang of wheels with him. Push him out to the outside. We've done him. I think he's going to have the DRS though because of when we made that pass. We don't have it, so he's definitely got it. We need to be on our guard here because he's going to be coming back at us towards this corner. Looks like we might be okay. Yeah, it was too far back. The launch we got off the inside was too good. And away we go, chasing after Carlos Sainz for P3. Can we do him? What we got? We got 5 laps of this race left to get him. Can we get a podium for Connor Sport in the first chapter of the new season's story? Much better final corner, easy on the power. Follow that line because I'm a pleb and can't do anything otherwise. 136.4 last lap without the DRS assistance. It's a lot slower around here. Much better first corner. There we go. Full power now. Clean air in front of us. We get a good run through these corners. Oh, big wobble, clip the wall. It's good first sector though, purple first sector. 3.6 seconds to catch Carlos. Let's have him. There he is, I can see him breaking through this corner now. Ease it through this tight and twisty mid-sector of the lap. Back end stepping out a little bit again there, but we managed to hold it. It's a lot easier to catch a slide this year. It will, I have to say that. Like the changes to the grip and the traction, the cars still slide, but they're a lot easier to keep a hold of than they were in 2022. The back end may step out, but you know, I'm not going to lose it. Oh, hello. Oh no, engine.
Copy that, we see it, we're looking into it. Okay, I'm afraid you're going to have to retire the car, please, Aiden. Retire the car. You're joking! I'm sorry, Aiden. Pull over now, please. Pull over now. This is getting ridiculous. And that's agonising for Jackson. Just a few laps left to go, and he's out of the Miami Grand Prix.
Oh, with every race, the car looks like a constant problem for Connor Sport. It must be devastating for the drivers.
Confirmation as the car comes to a halt. The Connor Sport's Aiden Jackson won't be seeing the checkered flag today, but it looks like his teammate will. Jackson's DNF puts Devon Butler in a position where he might just be able to secure some points for Connor Sport.
We're now teammates with Butler.
Engine problem, I'm afraid. Good job you got me. All right, Devon, don't push it too hard. We cannot risk losing both cars here. It's in the bag, mate. All okay, Aiden? Yeah, how's Devon doing? Yeah, he's doing all right, mate. He looks like he's going to bring home some points for the team. Good for him.
Well, there we go. Our Miami Grand Prix ends in disaster as the engine goes. We were doing really well there as well. Our podium could have been on the cards. I don't think the car's meant to be able to get to the podium, but, you know, maybe I've got the difficulty a bit too low. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
If it's not one thing, then it's another. Did you not see what happened out there today?
Aiden, I agree with you 100%. We are doing everything we can. I know the car is not perfect, but...
Andreo, it's every race. Do you know how I look losing easy points like this?
Knock, knock. Sounds like there's a riot show going on in here. What am I missing?
Not now, Devon.
Aiden and I were just discussing issues with the car.
Again? I thought that was all in hand. I had no problems today. Smooth. You know what they say? A shoddy workman always blames his tools.
Knock him out! Knock him out!
mate. You can look at my setup data any time you want. I've told you that. It might help.
And I've told you before. It's not a setup issue. The problem is...
Jackson. That was the problem with the 2022 season. Ask anyone. I mean, at the end of 21, everyone thought Aiden was going to be signed by one of the big three. But, guess they couldn't reach an agreement, so we both signed for Connor Sport.
And do you think that affected Aiden?
That's no secret. Now, for that 22 season, Jackson was a nightmare.
The only nightmares I'm seeing here are frickin' Devon Butler. He's like the most punchable NPC in any game I've ever seen, I swear. But here we are, we're back out of the first chapter now. We're into the hub, so this is where you'll be between your breaking point missions. So here you go, between story events, you'll return to the hub. Here you can check the latest news, social feed, emails, and even receive phone calls from other characters throughout the course of Breaking Point 2. The character you control in these hubs can change from visit to visit, each one offering a different perspective on life at Connor Sport. So we're not just going to be seeing this through the eyes of Aiden Jackson this year. From here, you'll also be able to check the level of your performance and reputation. These new additions to Breaking Point 2 will fluctuate based on your actions both on and off the track. Gaining a higher level in each will result in a wider range of responses available in press interviews and department events. So it's kind of like Paragon and Renegade, but with cars, I guess. Performance is largely related to how will you and the team perform during races. It will be affected by things such as finishing position or if you manage to secure the fastest lap of the race. Be mindful, however, that other factors outside the race may also affect performance. Reputation is all to do with how well the media, fans, and the F1 world perceive you and the team. From appearing frustrated in a post-race interview through to outperforming your rivals on track, all of this will be reflected by your reputation level. News, social posts, emails, and phone calls can all be impacted by your actions elsewhere in Breaking Point 2. These icons will highlight if a piece of content is present due to your actions, with each representing a different source. From reputation, performance, on-track actions, or press and department event choices, you'll be able to identify how the F1 world is responding to your choices and decisions. Alright. So I think we just gained some points there for fastest lap, finishing position, racing etiquette, and we got some podium pass XP as well, because of course that is back. But I think that's going to wrap it up for today's video. We've covered a nice big chunk of the new Breaking Point story, the first chapter. There will be more chapters of this coming out over the next week or two as well. I'm going to record a bunch of these as and when I can. Obviously with time constraints, it's a little bit difficult. But I will make it work for you guys so you can see the Breaking Point story and see my reactions to it. I will also probably be live streaming the game post-launch when I'm allowed to. Obviously, I can't do that right now as I'm recording because this is before launch. But once the game does release, There will no doubt be some live streams going on, some Grand Prix racing, some online racing. Checking out F1 World, I think, is going to be a big core part of what I do on the live stream. So if you want to see how that works, make sure to come and follow my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Zytrix, XYTRIXZ. And of course, subscribe here as well to see more content on F123 Breaking Point. We'll be taking a look at Las Vegas at some point as well in a shorter form video. So yeah, plenty to come with F123 over the coming weeks and months. Make sure you don't miss it. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like if you've enjoyed it. And also let me know how the audio sounds to you guys, because obviously when I'm editing all of this together, I can only hear it through my own ears. So there may be some things I miss with this new style. So please do let me know if anything is slightly odd. And I will work to fix that for the next video. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching. I have, as always, been Paul Zytrix B. Drive safe.